Welcome back to another episode of Black Facts. Today we're going to be talking about bone health, but specifically we're going to be talking about osteoporosis. So many people believe that osteoporosis is an elderly person's disease, that, young people can't get osteoporosis. And for the most part, young people aren't diagnosed with osteoporosis. However, if you prepare now and you do preventative measures while you're young, you won't have to worry about being diagnosed with osteoporosis in the future when you do become an elder. So, I want to talk to you about making sure that we're working on our bone health to make sure that we are growing, and those of us that are older, that we are preserving our bone health so that we don't end up being diagnosed with osteoporosis. Okay, so first, let me explain what osteoporosis is. Osteoporosis is a disease that thins and weakens the bones. So it's as simple as that. It thins and weakens the bones. And your bones become fragile and brittle, and then they break. So, for example, I know most of you have heard an elderly person has fallen and they usually fracture, their hip or break their hip. And then unfortunately, they don't really heal very well. And if they encounter another fall, it renders them immobile. So we don't want that to happen, right? We don't want to end up having brittle and fragile bones. So there are some things that you can do that are preventative to make sure that, again, you don't end up with osteoporosis. So let's talk about the main cause of osteoporosis. The main cause of osteoporosis is very simple. It's a lack of vitamin D, calcium. So if you're not eating things that are rich in calcium, or you're not being physically active, to strengthen your bone and muscle mass, it results in you having, very low, like I said, vitamin D and calcium. So we want to make sure that we're doing things that promote, again, what? Healthy bones. So it's starting as, I'm talking to younger folks like 18, 19, but starting, even when you're older. If you didn't know this information before, you can start today to make sure that you're doing the things to ensure that your bones are as strong and healthy as they possibly can be. So just know that what is osteoporosis? Again, it's the thinning and weakening of bones and your bones. And then the things that actually cause osteoporosis is lack of vitamin D and calcium in your diet. Let's talk about how we can prevent osteoporosis. Let's be proactive. There are some things that we can do today to prevent osteoporosis. One, let's talk about eating. We've said this on multiple episodes in Black Facts. We have to eat and have a well-balanced diet. Well, one thing that you can do, or seriously that you can do right now, starting today, if you're not eating leafy green vegetables, you need to start incorporating them into your diet. They are just good for everything, but specifically, they're very, very rich in vitamin D and calcium. And as you know, too, a lot of people say, oh, well, we live in sunny California. For example, I live in sunny California. Some of you might not, but I live in sunny California, and a lot of people assume because, we're in sunny California that we're getting the vitamin D right from the sun. Well, that's not necessarily true. A lot of people that live in sunny environments are actually lacking vitamin D. We're not getting the amount of vitamin D that you would think that we should get from the sun. So those that are living in climates that aren't sunny all the time, you're really probably not getting the amount of vitamin D that you need from sun. So you can either do supplements, but the best thing you can do for yourself is really, really eat leafy greens vegetables. So some of them that are high in vitamin D and calcium are spinach, kale, collard greens, white beans are really good, soybeans, fish is good too, specifically sardines. Yeah, if you're into sardines, salmon, perch, those are different types of fish that are very high in vitamin D and calcium. And there's also, calcium fortified foods, like you'll see on your orange juice that it will have, fortified with calcium, or some cereals say fortified with calcium. Once again, that's something that's calcium is being put into product. And so it's really not the best, But if can't get your calcium or vitamin D from anywhere else, then I would say, get it from the fortified stuff that you see in your grocery store. But I would really, really encourage you, if you're not a vegetable lover, like just pick one. If you can just manage to eat spinach on a regular basis, if you're like, that's the only thing that I can get down that is in the green family in vegetables, I would just, encourage you strongly. Find that one thing. Now, like, I love green, leafy green stuff. I love all those things I mentioned: okra, collard greens, spinach. But if you don't, just pick one. I would encourage you to pick one, because being able to get your vitamin D from a natural source is the best. It's the best. It's the best for your body. Your body's able to easily absorb it and retain it. So, right, we're trying to work towards making sure that we're creating and we're maintaining our healthy bones. So, eat your leafy green vegetables, people. And then the second thing is, we want to stay on top of our regular exercise. I've talked to you all about this before. My thing is walking. I'm trying to get into a new thing. I got a Peloton. Yay, me. And I'm trying to get into biking. So when I say I'm trying to get into it, I'm slow. I'm really, really I'm not, using really any of the apps on a regular basis. I'm just kind of doing my scenic rides. If any of you out there that do the Peloton and you know what I'm talking about, you can have an option of choosing to do scenic rides. So I really like that. And I can do it at my own pace. So I do my walking and now I do my biking, but just make sure that you're getting regular exercise in. That also helps strengthen not only your muscles, but your bones as well. So people don't think that, oh, well, I can strengthen my bones that way, but it does. It helps strengthen your core, and, it creates better posture, but it's another thing that will help with making sure that you're strengthening and maintaining your bone health by committing to a regular exercise routine. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything high impact. I'm not asking you to go out there and, do CrossFit or anything, big like that. Just maintaining a regular walking schedule is sufficient in saying that you're exercising on a regular basis. So another thing that you should probably, well, it's best for you not to do, is if you are a smoker, to quit smoking, because that not only, it damages your lungs, and your lungs are a major part of, your body and your heart functioning properly, and being able to get oxygen, your body being able to get oxygen, pure oxygen, to the rest of your body, again, strengthens your organs, and so depletes your bone when you smoke. So I would encourage all of you, if you are out there and you're struggling with the nicotine habit, to try to stop smoking, because that will definitely increase your risk of obtaining or being diagnosed with osteoporosis. So, maintaining a healthy weight. So you can eat properly, or you can eat good foods. I should say that. You can eat good foods, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're maintaining a healthy weight, because everything should be in moderation. Like, say I'm eating good foods, but I love my sweets, so I'm not really having a healthy, well balanced diet, because, yeah, I ate a salad for lunch, and maybe even I ate a salad for dinner, but then I had half a pie for dessert. So, am I telling on myself? No, I'm not. I've done that, but I'm not. That's not a regular thing. But I'm saying, so we need to also be cautious of maintaining a healthy weight. And I can't tell you what that looks like for you. Everybody's, weight, depending on your height and different things, is different, but we all know what is a healthy weight for us. So I would encourage you to, everything in moderation. You can still have your sweets and whatnot, but do that in moderation, so that you can help maintain a healthy weight. So I hope those things have been beneficial for you. I hope you now have a good understanding of what osteoporosis is and ways in which you can prevent osteoporosis. Just wanted to make sure that, I shared some helpful tips with you. I know that's not a conversation that we often talk about. It's just something that maybe people talk about when they get older. I don't know. But I wanted to, educate my Black Facts family and talk about something that isn't normally, a topic of conversation. So let's make sure that we're, working on our bone health. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Black Facts. I hope you've learned something, and I would love for you to come back and join me on the next episode of Black Facts. Please like, share, and comment below. Take care, everybody. Bye.